بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين، واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم my beloved ones ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, we are going to continue today the Q&A sessions about the topics of Manasik al-Hajj we were not able to cover. And from those areas which are remaining is al-halq wa taqsir, yani shaving and clipping the hair. So shaving and the clipping shaving and the clipping of the hair. Let's see. Now you know that obligations of Hajj, like like in Salah, there's rukn, there's pillar. Even unintentionally, if you miss or mess up with it, there are issues. And then there is this wajibat, obligations. Obligations, if you mess up unintentionally, we may be able to patch it up. But if you intentionally mess up with them, then patching up will be serious. So that's why whenever you saw the rulings, so there are three types in most of the ruling. Number one, the intentional, deliberate abandon of pillar of the Hajj or obligation of the Hajj. Kiss your Hajj goodbye. There's no room for fixing it. And then if there is a obligation, not pillar of the Hajj, obligation of the Hajj, any obligation from the obligations of the Hajj. So if a person misses it unintentionally, okay, so it's unintentional are two types: unawareness, forgetfulness. Forgetfulness, you can patch up. Unawareness are two types: intentional unawareness, unintentional unawareness. Intentional unawareness is similar to deliberate performance. So there are cases, Agha Sistani Damadullah says redo or kiss your Hajj goodbye. You see, so that area of intentional unawareness. Okay, it could go this side, like the side of invalidation of the Hajj, and it could be this, it could go this side where you are able to patch it up. But unintentional awareness, that you are not aware, it did not encounter in your mind, or even if it encountered in your mind, but there was no one to ask. So that is unintentional. That is zone. There is room for fixing and patching. So again, there is this deliberate, knowingly, you go against the rules of Hajj, obligations of Hajj or pillars of Hajj, kiss your Hajj goodbye. In the case of unawareness, there are two types of unawareness. Intentional unawareness, it came encountered your mind, you did not ask. Or your negligence in learning about the ahkam of Hajj. Or it encountered in your mind and there was someone to ask. So that case you did not ask, or you did not attend the sessions, and those kind of unawareness, you can't say, I did not know. Baba, there were Manasik al-Hajj sessions. Why didn't you attend? You're busy in shopping and this and that. So therefore, there is this unintentional unintentional unawareness. That means he was in a situation to learn, but he did not learn. So this is, in some rulings, it goes with the deliberate, it goes with the forgetfulness. And then you have the forgetfulness and unintentional awareness. There are rooms to fix the situation. So again, we have two edges. One is knowingly, deliberately, and another is out of forgetfulness. Knowingly, deliberately, kiss your Hajj goodbye. Hajj invalid, not the deed invalid. And if you have time, fix it, fix it. If you are out of time, out of the Hajj, out of Hajj. And then there is forgetfulness. Forgetfulness, there's room. Okay. Okay. If you are not able to fix it in these 13 until 13th Dhul Hajj, you have the month of Dhul Hajj. Not month of Dhul Hajj, next year in the days of Hajj. So this is the two edges. In the middle, you have unawareness, jahil. We have jahil qasir and jahil muqassir. Qasir, the one who is unintentional. What does that mean? That means he did not have capacity to learn or to ask, or it did never encountered in his mind. This qasir, many of the rulings is associated with the forgetfulness. Fixing is permissible. Unintentional or intentional, muqassir, okay, jahil, unaware. That is the one. In some rulings, it is kiss your Hajj goodbye. Some rulings, kiss your Hajj goodbye based on the obligatory precaution, refer to another marja. In some ruling, no, it can be fixable. This all depends on the text which came to our through our Aimma alayhi salatu wasalam about these kind of obligations, how intense they are, and how important they are in the level of obligation. They're strong obligation. They're obligation that can be, if missed, you can give penalty and this and that. So there are some obligations. If you miss, there is penalty, but the Hajj will not become invalid. So now knowing this ground rule, the ground rule of halq and taqsir, it needs to be in the daytime. It needs to be in the sequence after the sacrifice, or at least after purchasing of the sacrifice, even if the sacrifice was not done in some cases, as we saw. So number one, Eid, Amal of Eid, pelting the big pillar of the shaitan. Number two, with the sacrifice or purchasing of the sacrifice. Number three is the shaving and the clipping of the hair to exit the state of ihram. Now, he said in previous session, if you purchase the sacrifice and did not sacrifice, or if you sacrifice but you did the shaving and the taqsir, forgetfulness, whatever of those reasons, excuse we mentioned, so your shaving will be, you will be exiting officially the state of ihram, but you will not be able to take off or do the things which are prohibited in the state of ihram. So you'll be in the limbo. Why? Because the sacrifice has not been fulfilled. So all these these things are shaving and clipping. Number one, in the day of Eid. If not, you have this Tashriq day. Number two, it needs to be in Mina. Number three, it needs to be in the daytime. Now let's see what are some of those details which people might encounter. So he says that if someone who is performing Hajj abandons the shaving or the clipping of the hair, like until the month of Dhul Hajj exits, answer straightforward, kiss your Hajj goodbye. The Hajj becomes invalid. On the clipping of the hair, if I did not do, Hajj is invalid. Yeah, it's wajib. Be it a small strand of hair or be it a big camel, you go against the obligations. You're worshiping Allah. You need to follow how Allah wants. It's a ritual. It's a package of ibadah presented to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and through the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And details came to us through our Imams alayhi salatu wasalam. So I should not worship Allah the way I want. I should worship Allah the way He wants. In so many things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him the options to do whatever the way I feel, as long as halal. But in the ibadah, worship, salah, you cannot do ruku' before and then sujood, or qira'at in the sujood and subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. You can't mess up with the structure of the ibadah intentionally, deliberately, especially the pillars, even unintentionally. So therefore, yes, if you do not clip your hair and you're supposed to clip your hair to exit the state of ihram until the uh, the um, end of the Hajj. Kiss your Hajj goodbye. All those Umrah al-Tamattu and Hajj al-Tamattu and Arafat and Rukun and Pil, all that gone just because I did not clip a small inky winky piece of hair. Yes, it's about obligation. Was it obligation or not? Yes, you violated intentionally. Intentionally. The question is intentionally. So kiss your Hajj goodbye. Okay, that's why we say learn the manasik before you go for Hajj. So will I be coming in the state of ihram when I come to hometown and I did not do taqsir intentionally? So I'll have to wear the dress of ihram and become Dalai Lama, Muslim Dalai Lama or something like that. No, 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 no. Nothing, normal clothing, because the whole thing is invalid from the ihram till the Hajj. So that's why you did not do Hajj. That means you just went and did these rituals and came back. So your ihram was also invalid. The whole package, when he says Hajj is invalid, it doesn't mean that you are still in the state of ihram. It means the whole A to Z has gone. Question number 2. Um, the question says that many times Hujjaj, they shave, okay, their hair or clip their hair and they keep it there in Mina. They throw it in Mina because it needs to be in Mina. And it's mustahab to bury your hair. No salat al-mayyit, no nothing. Because it's dead part of your body. So anything dead skin, that is recommended to bury it. Nails also. But who buries the nails? Anyhow. So I'm not talking about Hajj. Any case, it's mustahab to bury your hair. When you go to the barber, you normally look, oh, where's my hair? I'm responsible for burying my hair. It's all gets mixed up with the hairs of everybody. And the barber brooms it and puts it there. Those days, yes, those days were those days. But nowadays, it's the whole thing is like all these mustahabbat are parked aside. So therefore, what happens to your hair in Mina? Is somebody going to bury it? No way. So what happens? It is in trash, and this trash goes out of Mina, and it's burned, or they I don't know, do they recycle it or not? But anyhow, it's gone. So is it obligatory upon a, a person who's performing Hajj to bury his hair in to prevent it from being burnt or from being desecrated or something like that, you see, by filth or trash? Or he says no, it's not obligatory. What is the ruling of a woman who did taqsir, like clipped her hair in Hajj, but she did not throw it? MashaAllah. These are my blessings of Hajj. I'll keep it with me. I want to be buried with me. Why should I bury it separate from me in Mina? So something. Maybe some woman has some special perspective of the uh, attachments of her body parts or something like that. Anyhow, so she says that ولكن لم ترمي بل احتفظت. She secured it, spared it. So is there anything against her or rule? He says no. Uh, there is no problem at her because she clipped in Mina. Okay. But she did not throw it. He says, even though it's recommended precaution to send it to Mina. So let's say she has a friend in Makkah and she sends in an envelope her hair and special registered mail, this and that. And the lady there, she sent me gift because I helped her out in Hajj and this and that, and she's very happy. She opens the envelope. Ew, what is this? So she throws it. Oh, don't throw it. It's my hair. Yeah, why do you send me your filthy hair here to me? You see? Yeah, because that's supposed to be in Mina. So anyhow, so they can send the hair. He says, even though it's recommended precaution to send the hair in Mina. Number 4. Now there is a difference in the ruling between the scholars, okay, about the a person who's going second Hajj, he has an option either to shave his head, either to taqsir. Some maraja, they say no, if your Hajj is first, obligatory precaution, you need to shave. So all those with fancy hair and Versace, they have istita'a, they have the money, they have everything, but they don't want to let the hair go away in the Hajj. The fancy, the Versace, the long hair nowadays, or the tomato on the head, whatever, all is respected. I'm not saying which hair is all hair, whatever you feel, as long as it's known in the community to be accepted and respected, then even though some of the hairs might be like creating ugliness rather than beauty. But still, I mean, that person, he likes it. So those kind of things, we have problems in the Islamic law to make yourself ugly and to make yourself in a way that the community people, they despise you. Are they going to go to the looks or they're going to go to the heart? Well, the heart is not in their realm. They don't have ilm al-ghaib. Jibreel alayhi salam does not descend on them. So obviously, the only thing remaining is the apparent thing, apparent character, apparent looks, apparent this, apparent that. So this is one of the things. It's not saying that you should compromise your freedom, the way you want to express yourself because of the others. No, if you want to live in the society, be respectful. See the way they like to perceive. I mean, if you are going to go to a job interview with that haggy maggy looks, trust me, the guy is going to kick you out. Never, he's not going to look at your CV if you have CV has your photo in it. And more than that, yes, you may get a job in a haggy maggy clubs, you see, but not in a respectful places or job places. So anyhow, let's come back to our situation. So let's say, what does a person, he is supposed to go, uh, is supposed to perform Hajj, first Hajj, and he shaves his head intentionally, deliberately, eve of Eid. It should be the day of Eid. So he shaved off because he's first timer, and first timer needs to shave off. It's not that some hair are remaining next day. You see, he clean shave, like shining. The sun is shining on his bald. So now we have a problem. You should have waited until I don't have any kun fayakun power that the hair will grow in the day, or I have some tonic, hair will start growing in a few minutes. I don't have anything like that. So what should I do? I'm a first timer. I need to shave. My shaving has gone messed up because I did it in the eve, at night, eve of Eid, before the day of Eid. So how can I exit from the ihram? So سيد دام ظله says يحتاط يوم الجمعة بالجمع. You should combine يوم العيد, not يوم الجمعة, يوم العيد. You should combine on the day of Eid two things. What are the two things? Shaving and clipping off. But I told you I don't have anything. No, wait, listen. Shaving, when he says shaving, he says by smearing your blade over the area of head, okay, as you are shaving. So what you will do, you'll combine between smearing your head with the blade plus clipping off your hair wherever you have remaining hair. Okay. He doesn't need to wait until the hair grows back so that he could do the shaving. So خلاص. Just because this same ruling is for a guy who doesn't have hair. Okay. I don't know, they call him albino or something like that. But these many people, they don't have, they have certain genetic deficiency, which they don't have melanin or hair production in their system. Let's see. Okay, so so this is combination, obligatory precaution on the day of Eid should combine between spreading the blade over the razor over the head plus clipping of the hair to exit the state of ihram. And obviously, it's obligatory precaution. So he can refer to someone who says that you don't have to shave your head on the day of in if you are a first timer, you don't have to shave off the head. It's recommended precaution, though. Those who say it's not obligatory or obligatory precaution. So fuqaha, they have three opinions. For one opinion, some fuqaha or scholars, they say you have to shave. Say this instance is obligatory precaution shave, first timer. Say another maraja mujtahideen, they say it's recommended precaution. So they can refer to next in line in Alamiya if they consider shaving to be a recommended act. Question number 5. So if someone, now eve of Eid, no. What about eve of 11th? Will it be sufficient? You say, yeah, it be sufficient. So it's you cannot shave before the sunrise of the day of Eid. But after the day of Eid, he says that it would be sufficient. The question was, question 5, if someone shaves or clips his hair eve of 11th, that means the night of Eid, will it be sufficient? Let's say the sacrifice got delayed. So the sacrifice was done after the Maghrib, or no, sorry, before, close to Maghrib. And now he is going to shave and Allahu Akbar, Adhan. And so should he stop and wait for tomorrow, or he can do? He said if he does, there's no problem in it. It would be sufficient. He would exit the state of Ihram. Question number 6. Yeah. So question number 6 is same. If is it sufficient to do the shaving or the taqsir in Hajj eve of 11th or eve of 12th or eve of 13th? He says yes, it is sufficient. At night, you mean taqsir fi laylat al-Hajj. Day is okay, but now the question is, because eve of Eid was not sufficient, so will it be sufficient? If someone delays the slaughtering intentionally, can he shave before it? We said this is a repeated question. If it was after purchasing the sacrifice in Mina, yes, he can. However, before purchasing the sacrifice, it is not permissible on the basis of obligatory precaution. So can he mess up with the sequence? Question 8. Is it permissible for a person who's performing Hajj to stone, and then instead of sacrificing, he goes and shaves and or clips his hair, and then after that so can he mess up with this? He says yes, he can. Okay, he can shave before sacrifice. However, the same condition. He must have purchased the hadi. Remember, sometimes the caravans, they purchase the sacrifice long wait before the, like first Dhul Hajj, second Dhul Hajj, where the goats are available. Because many times people, they had bad experience on the day of Eid. The goats are not available. So yeah, I mean, he says can someone stone the Aqaba and then do the shaving or clipping of the hair and then slaughter? He says it is permissible to proceed with the clipping of the hair and shaving of the before the slaughtering, with one condition, that he should have purchased the sacrifice on the basis of obligatory precaution the before the shaving or clipping of the hair. Whoever is not able to slaughter on the day of Eid in Mina, can he just perform uh, the uh, can he is it necessary, is it compulsory for him to shave and or clip off his hair, because they are from the day of Amal of the day of Eid, and it is the day of Eid. So he has to do it on the day of Eid, okay, before the sacrifice. He says, no, he doesn't have to. On the contrary, based on the obligatory precaution, he should not do it unless the sacrifice is purchased. So the whole answer is based on those few rules of sacrifice. Is it sufficient to purchase or to acquire, possess the animal of sacrifice in the valley of Muhassir, or it has to be in Mina in order to be able to in order to be able to clip off his hair on the day of Eid? Okay, so the statement is, we saw, if you have purchased your hadi in Mina, you bought your sacrifice, or you have the sacrifice now, so you can clip off your hair and shave off your head. So does it have to be in Mina? That's the question. So let's say if he purchases a sacrifice in Muzdalifah, will that be sufficient? Or in Makkah, will that be sufficient? Or in Wadi Muhassir, valley of Muhassir, knowing that in Mina it is impossible to purchase the sacrifice. He says it is permissible to proceed with the shaving of the head and clipping of the hair, possessing the animal of sacrifice in a place where he's able to slaughter in it. So if someone was qualified to slaughter it in Muhassir Valley, that will be sufficient, because there was no other way for him. And similarly, if someone was qualified to slaughter in Makkah due to the certain reasons, then in Makkah would be sufficient. So wherever he was qualified or were permissible, or the place was for his sacrifice, he can perform the taqsir in it. Question number 11. Let's say you had purchased your animals of sacrifice. You're in caravan, and you said that you went also with the caravan, and everybody purchased their own sacrifice, animal of sacrifice, so that they would slaughter it on the day of Eid. So after the manasik al-Hajj, they come to the day of Eid, okay? But how? They have clipped off their hair or shaved. Why? Because the practice sacrifice has been purchased. So when they come, one of the Mr. Emotional, so where's mine? I purchased. I cherry picked my animal of sacrifice. Where is he? And the seller says, brother, your goat died. Inna lillahi wa inna. And this guy starts crying, and oh la musibata, this and that. So he said, don't worry, I will give you the money. You say, oh, you can take any sacrifice, animal of sacrifice instead. No, I just want that. And anyhow, so what will happen? I mean, he's already shaved. He did not know that his animal died and he's going to be compensated with another one. So he says that if the animals were purchased and they were where they are supposed to be slaughtered, okay, in the valley of Muhassir, for example, then and the sheep was dedicated, sheep or goat was dedicated for that person or every single person of Hajjaj, then that would be sufficient. Though he says that his sacrifice died, yeah, but he did not know. When he shaved off his head, he knows that he has a sacrifice. Okay, so we will stop here and continue question number 12 in our upcoming session. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.